welcome back to Shakhtar Glory, episode 82. And today we have got Galatasaray. It would have been the last episode, but we decided to break it up by doing the last episode, which was the Zerka game. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check it now. You can see the scores in the top right. I've mistakenly haven't changed screens to do this intro. We won that game 4-0, just as a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't watched that one. So again, there's not been much that's happened since that last episode. We had the one game. We had Shakhtar Donetsk, so we'll quickly pop to the schedule. And it was a 2-0 win. Amarako getting the goals alongside Romero. Romero coming off the bench to get a goal. We weren't fantastic. I mean, we played well, but again, a very rotated team. We played okay, but they were just very stubborn at the back. And I think they're not that high on the table. They just set out not to lose, basically, like a lot of teams try and do in this league. And we struggled to break them down. But once we got that first goal, the second goal was always coming. And so we'll take a look at the league table now. We have put a little bit more breathing distance between us and Kiev. I assume they've tripped up somewhere, because they've also been caught up by Zoya, who have actually lost less games, but they've just drawn more. But we're now, 7 points clear of Dynamo Kiev and 8 of Zoya. And Lichevet's doing really well up there as well. They've got quite a few players from us on loan, so it's good to see them doing well. In terms of the goals, we've now got Palanciano and Kwasi. Kwasi on loan, actually, at Vorskla, doing really well this season, so that's good to see. His average rating isn't amazing, but I don't think he's going to be sticking around. Sigo as well, doing really well. He's only like 20, 21 now. He's been capped. Yeah, he could be a really good option for us next season. Someone to keep an eye on. We've got all the average ratings now. We've got Hagen on loan, is in the assists, so that's good to see. He's playing well. Someone else who could come back maybe next year and force their way back in. Clean sheets, the goalkeeper we sold, Kudryk. I mean, we probably would have a few more players up there, obviously, but we do rest them, so we rotate our players. But he's doing really well. I did always think he was decent enough, maybe as a backup, or maybe as a long-term successor, but he just sort of went off the boil a little bit. But he's doing well at Zoya, who are doing well, obviously, of course, themselves as well. What we'll do when we get, I've just had a thought. I'm trying to see who's in Europe this season, who else is doing it and flying the flag. I think it's only Dynamo Kiev. Actually, we'll have a quick look and see how they're doing, how they're getting on. I do believe it is only the one team. They're in Europa League Group L against Lech Gdansk, Polish team. Don't really know much about them. Stoja Bucharest and Olympiakos. Now we really need them to be getting out of the group, I'd say. Let's see how their progress is going. Group L, I think it was. Very bottom group. And it's a very tight group. Who have they got? Who have they got this week? Steaua Bucharest. That's at home. It's a really tight one, but hopefully they can pull through and just help bump that coefficient back up and get that extra Champions League space back. I think it's a qualifying place, but it's still another place. And Barcelona are the Europa League holders, obviously dropping out. They're not having the best times. Tottenham in there, Lazio during the course of this day, Arsenal as well. And Kostas Mitroglou at Fenerbahce is doing the job. Philip Vizeo in there as well for them. Obviously they got a lot of our players, Hoffenheim, and he's doing the job for them. Maybe not so much in the Bundesliga, but in Europe. That's very strange. He likes the big games, does Vizeo. Another thing that's popped up into my mind for this save is looking at maybe, with the World Cup that's happened recently, maybe trying to get the Ukraine job and seeing if we can do that and maybe take that as a separate save, maybe to look at the Euros and doing the World Cups and maybe chucking a few qualifying games in here and there. But Andrei Shevchenko is still the boss. He's been the boss since 15th of July, which is before this game even came out in 2016, sort of 2 seasons before. He's still there. Doesn't look to be going anywhere at the moment. They're second to Croatia in the qualifying for the World Cup at the moment, and they do play each other next. So they are 13th in the world. It's not doing too badly. Not sure what sort of start tactics he plays. 4-3-3 basically. But if that comes available, that might be something I look to do. I'm not gonna get him sacked or just replace him. I want this to come along organically. And who knows, even if I do get him sacked and apply for it, they might not want a foreign manager taking the job, so who knows. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into the game against Galatasaray now. A result here and knocking them out would actually help us, jumping over the Super League in Turkey, who are currently 8th. We need to do what we can. They've got a few teams in different competitions, so they've got a bit of a head start on us. But yeah, every little helps. We're only 2 positions above the Scottish Premier League. I mean, that doesn't bode well, does it? But we'll jump to the team screen right now. So here's the lineups. We've gone for a very familiar lineup. Paulinho up front, Gnabry on the left, Yuri Alberto on the right, Petrak, Hurtado and Solis in the midfield, then with Leo, Tello, Ordet, Lukacevic and Rollo in goal. Usual sort of bench as well. We have got Leon yellow card. I was considering dropping for this game, but I'm hoping he gets a yellow card in this game because we've got Sparta Prague next and we can bring Matvienko in. I didn't want him losing it, getting suspended for the Bayern game. So if he doesn't get it this game, we probably will rest him for the Sparta game anyway, just to give him a chance to play against Bayern Munich. He's still unhappy, still won't sign a new contract. We promised him one, we forgot to do it twice, and he's just very unhappy. And then I think we negotiated one as well, and it went wrong, and he's just now refusing to budge, doesn't want to know, refusing to talk, and he's got, I think, 2 years left, end of this season, and the following the one after. But you know, if we have to replace him, I will do. I'm not going to be held hostage by anyone. If he wants to go, I'll sell him this summer, or I'll sell him in January. You know, I'm not fussed. I've got young players, you know, waiting to come in who want to play for the club. If he doesn't want to play, that's his problem. We're not going to go through their team too much because we did that in the last episode against them, and I don't see too much as being changed. So we'll let the assistant take that again. Looking for a much better performance at home against them. We were absolutely woeful in the away leg, not the away leg, but away game just before this. So we're looking for something slightly better. But they are coming with the initiative in the first highlight straight after the kickoff one. Sort of 50 seconds in. And normally when there's a highlight after this early, there's normally a goal involved. Hopefully not. That's a good save by Roffo. So we need a good counter here from the corner. We're going to keep an eye on the Bayern game as well. They've got a corner, they whip it in. Oh, they've got a few men at the back. Bit of a wild shot. We need to get the second attempt blocked as well. Solis clears. And if Alberto can pick that, we could maybe strike an attack of our own. But my expectation is the highlight. I was thinking the highlight was going to end before we got a chance, but we win a corner. He did well. We run the length of the pitch to get that corner, and it's cleared at the near post. That's terrible. Back out to Alberto, I think would be the, or Hurtado even, would be the remedy there. Ordet, Solis, some nice football. Gnabry. Can we switch it left? No, we'll switch it right instead to Lukacevic, but I mean, what's that? Waste of a highlight, waste of all our time. Petrak out to Gnabry. We've got another highlight here, another chance to come forward. Gnabry gets tackled but gets it back. Solis, Hurtado will play some nice stuff through the middle here. And their striker just gets free. Hopefully we can get the ball back before he gets the support up. But no, he's done well when they're getting forward. But Tello again, he is just a machine in defence. Paulinho, I had a chance to play that forward then to, I think it was Gnabry on the left. But he didn't play it, he hesitated, and the chance is gone. But we're playing it through the middle. Oh, and Gnabry's free. Can he find someone in the middle? Paulinho's there, and he buries it. Finally, we get the goal. 3 points clear of Bayern, who I can assume are drawing or not playing. I just remembered they may not be playing. Some of these games, I'm sure it doesn't happen in Champions League, but it seems to be noticed in this season. There'll be 2 games, one game from one group and one game from another group start, and then one later. Maybe it does. I've never really noticed it. I don't watch too much Champions League football anymore because I don't have BT Sport. I tend to watch the highlights in the evening after recording an episode or something. But Gnabry comes forward again, and Paulinho, can he bury a second one? He does. And the way that's gone in, that looks like it could be a very nice finish. We're going to look at that in 3D. And we are just sort of dominating this match now, starting to get the pressure on. Not letting them do what they want to do. We're doing what we want to do, basically. It's a good finish, good goal. Very good goal. Hurtado. Again, we're not very good with our corners. I might be something I have to look into in the summer. Or soon, maybe between an episode, just looking at some set pieces and changing them up. Because we seem to hit the near post a hell of a lot. I don't think we're the tallest team either, as they have a throw in here. Again, if we can just nick the ball, we do. Hurtado starts Alberto. I seem to be losing my voice tonight. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't feel unwell or anything like that. My wife has been a bit unwell this week, so I don't know if I am sort of catching the tail end of it. But just can't seem to clear me throat at the moment. So apologies if that's coming through a little bit grizzly on the microphone. Paulinho, and he buries it. That's 3-0. I mean, that's job done. And Bayern have dropped down to 6 points, so they must... Sparta Prague are winning. Sparta Prague are beating Bayern. They are playing at the same time. They weren't in the last week because we had to wait for the result later in the day. Maybe it's something to do with where you're playing, perhaps. If we were playing in Ukraine... No, we were in Turkey and they would have been in Prague, perhaps. So it looks like there may be... Sparta Prague are doing the job possibly in Germany right now. Let's have a look. 1-0. Plavsic on 37 minutes. Paulinho's got the hat-trick. I didn't even notice he'd got the hat-trick. I thought we had someone else scoring in there. But so yeah, we'll kick off. We'll go to the team talk. We've had a look at that. So yeah, if it stays the same, doesn't matter what Bayern do against us. Well, as long as we beat Sparta Prague, doesn't matter. And assuming Bayern then go and beat Galatasaray, which obviously aren't. If it's in Turkey, isn't an easy job as we've seen. Then it doesn't matter what they do against us. We'll be top on the head-to-head. Well, as long as they don't do better than the score we did. But I mean, I can't see that happening. We're defensively, I think we're a bit better. Still a little bit naive, as we see there, as they score one. I mean, they've not been in this match, and they've got one back to 3-1, just to make it a little bit something to think about in this second half, especially early in the second half as well. They've come out with more sense of purpose, but we do have another highlight here. Solis, Hurtado, Paulinho. Back to Leo, Hurtado. We're playing it nicely around the edge. Paulinho. Got it back. Solis, Hurtado. We're playing some neat little passes here. Not getting very far, but we are working some space. Hopefully a nice little chance will come. There's Paulinho. Can we work it's that final pass? We just couldn't quite work it. Very compact in defence there. Galatasaray doing a good job defending us, but we're keeping the ball. You know, let them chase us. Let them tire out. Solis, Hurtado plays Lukacevic. Can he get there? He does. And Alberto and Hurtado, and it trickles in. Well, it looks like it trickles in. 4-1. Bayern still trailing at the 50-minute stage. I mean, that highlight went on for ages. It seems like it should be about 60-70 minutes in this game now. That highlight just went on and on. But it was good. We had the possession. We had the domination. Yeah, and it just daisy cuts into the bottom corner. And he does a little forward roll at the end. Great celebration. And Bayern Munich have equalised. 1-1. Mats Hummels on 56 minutes. I would probably expect them to go on and win the game now. I don't think they're not going to win this game. But in chasing it, obviously they could allow Sparta Prague back in. I mean, even with this draw, it doesn't... We're still in the driving seat in the group. When it comes to the game in the Allianz. Pertka's through. Audi scored that at the near post. We've let in 2 shocking goals. See, I say about us being much better defensively. We've let in 2 very naive goals in this game. Tello makes a good change there, but he goes chasing after his man, leaves the gap in the space in behind. And he just... I mean, he levers it, to be fair. But still, he should not be getting beaten at your near post. I'm going to pause, and we're going to make some changes. Paulinho's done his job. He's done what he needs to do. He's going to come out. Who else is struggling maybe for a little bit of fitness? I think Lukacevic has had a good game, but he's struggling a little bit. We'll bring Fernandez in for... I think we'll bring him for Hurtado. Can they swap over? Yep, they'll swap over. So we'll kick off. 15 minutes to go. I don't think there's much worry about us not winning this game now. It would take a monumental collapse and a proper bottle job to not win this game and get the 3 points. They bring on Faguli, obviously played for West Ham. Had a great card on FIFA a few years ago, as I used to love that when I had the Turkish League. Was it Turkish League I had one in? I think it was. No, he was in Spain, wasn't he? He was at Valencia. And a 4-2 win. Pertka getting the goals against us. I think he's probably only got 2 goals this season. 3 goals in Europe and 2 of them against... I think they're all against us. It was 1-1. So this group is now very, very open. Well, no, very almost sealed in our favour, I would say. All we have to do now is make sure... I mean, we're qualified, I think. No, Galatasaray actually can still... They can't do us on the head-to-head. But they can still get to 10 points. I think we're through. I think we've qualified. We'll have a look at the news story in a minute just to see. But as long as we see off Sparta Prague, we're top of the group. We can't be caught. We have qualified. Yeah, so if you just look there, we get 1.3 point for the get we win. and we have qualified. And let's see, so we've got Ilicevets in the league, we've got Verez in the cup quarter-final. I think we're going to come back for the Sparta Prague game on the 20... Wow, it's a long way away. There must be an international break in there somewhere, or something going on in there, so long way away. We're going to play through that. Probably won't be able to record another episode tonight because I'm going to try and play to that point. And yeah, until that next episode, if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like. Please feel free to check out the playlist that's in the description. That'll give you all the videos in the series. Oh yeah, it takes you all the videos in this series. If there's any you missed, or you want to go back and have another look, or pick up some point, feel free. Drop a like. Yeah, like I said, to the video, sub to the channel while you're there. Still chasing that 50 subs. May well have happened by the time this video is released, but the way it's ticking along nicely, but I don't think we'll be at 50 by this point. So yeah, I'm gunning for that. So if you can help any way possible, that'd be amazing. And any comments as well. So until that Sparta Prague episode at home next time, I'll see you later. Take care.